Welcome back. It's Kotel for another Sea War Rights event. We got Server 2, Map 2, which is a Hills Counterattack. About a 143 right now on server pop, 73 for the attacker, CSA, and 70 for the Union Defender. Let's take a look at the CSA team. You have GC with one battery under Mr. Johan. You have 8th Lord under Cap Fritz. You have GC under Jack Stone. And you have 56 Virginia under Lieutenant James. Is that everybody? Oh, and with 8th Florida is First Mass as well. Let's take a look at the Union team. All right, we have 3rd Alabama under Cap Williamson. You've got the NYV, which has 88th New York with James Wellesley. And 6th New York under Corporal Pilot. I think this is the first time I've seen Pilot lead, so I'll be curious to see how he does. And we are live. Let's see how the Union sets up their defense. Looks like they're getting off the point. That is wise with that Artie. That Artie can hit pretty easily into the center point, so a good thing to get off that point. Looks like the Union is splitting up. The NYV is going to take this left side of the Union, and looks like Williamson is going to set his boys up on this right side. Now let's see where the CSA decides they want to concentrate their attack. Alright, so we got multiple streams moving out. Already getting set up here. So GC and 56 on this left side, and 8th Florida under Fritz here in this center. So let's see where Danny takes them. So, wide coverage for the Union. The problem for them is going to be mutual support where they're at. So right now the CSA is in a good position for a concentrated attack coming in from 2 angles against Williamson. And there will not be much NYV can do, although they may try to do a wide flanking maneuver. Get behind the CSA. We'll have to see. Right now, Williamson is facing off against this combined elements. They have a powerful volley ready for them. Nice shoot. See, Williams stands and fight, or he pulls his guy's men back from under the cover to load. Really not cover, it's more concealment, it's a couple pushes, but it is better than nothing. So GC is now establishing a baseline of fire, and they are supported here by the 56. Now we see we have a maneuver going on by Fritz, who's going to try to get onto their flank. So far the NYV is not in the fight as of yet. See if Fritz can get on the flank of Williamson before he realizes it.
Take aim! Aim low. Fire!
They have the flank position. Williamson is in an L. He is going to have to pull his men back soon. He is going to get hit pretty hard. And Williamson has seen the issue, and he is wisely pulling back. That position is no longer defensible, so it pulls back a little bit. And in fact, he's going to try to maneuver against Fritz. Now we'll see if the CSA back here has the awareness and pulls forward to try to outflank Mr. Williamson, who right now is tangled with the entire CSA team. You have some long distance firing from the NYV to harass the CSA. See, Williamson is getting attrited pretty quickly with all this fire coming in. You might need to pull back a little bit further. Although so far the CSA has not capitalized. They have not pushed up. Take advantage of this position here. It might give Williamson an opportunity to reorganize and possibly knock out Fritz. Alright, looks like the NYV is starting to maneuver. We'll see if they do a wide flank of their own here. But we'll have to see how long Williamson can hold on. See, Fritz is putting in some pretty heavy fire on him. Still got those long distance volleys. Not super effective, but they're still taking off a man or two here and there. Yep, here comes this wide flanking maneuver. If they can get there in time, this could be pretty devastating.
Oh.
The question is, can they get there in time?
Right
Bye-bye.
face.
Up there on the hill, that blue flag is the enemy running across from right to left.
Oblique.
All right, so they're going to take a
Copy.
pop
Hey.
shot.
Hey.
Aim.
Shoulder arms. They're
All right,
there.
but not in time. Although Williamson did not get wiped, he was able to maintain at least his force there. And Fritz had to disengage, and he did it just in time because 88 was about to unload into his back.
Me, but that doesn't
6 New York is now moving up. So although they've won this side, it has not been a decisive engagement. Williamson kept his unit, and he still is a threat on that side. Meanwhile, NYV, I think, is in a much better position here if they want to try to get a flanking force. But CSA is still concentrated.
Siehst du mehr als nur den...
Hey, maybe they're quick timing now.
back to the fence. No, their units. Yeah.
Oh,
run
I see
back
flag
towards the
northwest. Flag northwest.
red. Yeah, they're coming down the road.
No,
One up the hill.
So they are looking now to knock out Williamson here with a 2-stream attack. One to fix him and one to maneuver on him. See that volley coming in. And here comes GC to finish the job. Although, once again, Williamson getting out of dodge. Just in time. He lost a good chunk of men, but he is still not wiped. So now you got 56 and GC up here. While Fritz is starting to move up. Okay, I was going to say, if he stays back there, he might get isolated. But he's going to move up here to make sure that he, A, can block any flank maneuver here by 88 or 6. And if he needs to, fall back to friendly support. In the meantime, kind of been doing a delaying action this whole time. Williamson has been just really been bearing the brunt of the CSA here by himself. And has done a pretty admirable job about keeping his unit together, giving a little bit of ground, but preserving his force. So now you see you got the main elements here dealing with Williamson. Flank guard there. So right now it looks like 88 is going to be tangling with that element on the hill. And Pilot is going to try his luck at a flank. He's using good cover, as you can see on this approach. He's got a little bit of concealment with that tree and these other bushes. And he's got good cover here with these on the other side of the fence, so a nice approach. Although now here, 56 here is now isolated. They're going to try to stop Williamson, but Williamson's going to try to slam into their flank. Somebody moved off. Oh man, GC moved off, and that left Williamson with an opportunity to isolate 56, Mr. John Jones. And he took it, and he hit them, and they are going to have to scramble back to safety. Meanwhile, here we got Fritz here is going to maneuver to make sure that NYV can't get behind him. But a nice little snapback attack here by 3rd Alabama. You can't just leave him alone. You basically have to have 2 units to stop him.
Hey.
So if NYV can, and the CSA has captured the point there with that little maneuver, maybe try to draw the Union out. Although frankly, actually there's an opportunity here to flank 3rd Alabama, but I don't think Jack Stone is looking to do that at the moment. Right now, just capping the point and giving it up is just going to let the Union get tickets back, so I'm not quite sure what the strategy is for that. Here comes Williamson. He's going to try to sneak up, see if he can succeed. And another nice little push. Disrupts GC. You can see they've now kind of split up. Some guys went back to the safety of 56. Some guys came back over here in the open. Losing a little bit of command and control with that little punch they did. Meantime, looks like Danny has dealt with 6 New York, or at least pushed them back. You got 88 still guarding back here. Now you got Pilot all the way back in this corner here. And Williamson has charged, well, has punched out the 56, who's had to pull back. Now they've got a good opportunity to wipe out this unit here in the center. Especially, yeah, they're wide in the open here. I would, it's, okay, yep, James Joker is going to move off. Good job on him getting down the hill. I was about to say, you might want to get off of that position. NYV is pulling back even further, though. As is 88th. Jack Stone moves down the hill. Although now we have another opportunity here. So you've got 2 CSA elements now getting distracted down here. And you have 56 really not watching. That gives 3rd Alabama an opportunity here to do what they've been doing. And they hit 456 in the back.
Was ist da los? Aus dem Nordwesten. Was passiert hier? Jemand First Sergeant übernehmen. Captain.
They're going to have to react a little bit faster than this, so they lost the command and control a little bit. They're just about giving 3rd Alabama an opportunity for a second volley into their side here without returning any fire on them. And they paid for it. It was the right idea to get back there. He just took a little bit too long to do it. They lost their commander. That's when the NCO's got to step up. Alright, now Fritz here is going to start maneuvering. He's going to try to deal with 3rd Alabama here and get up on their flank here. So I like this maneuver here by 8th Florida. But Williamson has seen it. He's going to react to it, but he's got defense. Fritz does. Now, Fritz has a bit of an opportunity here to knock back Williamson.
Ganz rechts, ja, Turnpike.
Meantime, GC is now fighting in a long-distance battle here against both NYVs. Are doing a bit of a long-distance fight. So far, the Union has not moved to recap. That's interesting.
No, bo ich już nie widać.
Готовности докладывайте. Готовы. По противнику. Целься.
Готовы.
Right now, Williamson's a little bit thicker, but he's in the open. He doesn't have cover against Fritz. So he's not, I don't think he has enough men to win that fight. Especially not since GC, Jack Stone, is now maneuvering to support him. They're going to let Slaughter here, I'm sorry, not Slaughter, Mr. John Jones. Good use of the concealment here to mask their fire, because he's in a long-distance fight with these 2 units. But if he can keep these units isolated, that lets them gang up on Williamson. But Williamson saw the score, and he already pulled back, so good move on them. But right now, got 14 minutes on the counterattack clock. Union still hasn't recapped. Kind of surprised. They've had a few opportunities to. C-56 taking a little bit of fire here. But to be honest with you, they're not even worried about the NYV. They're facing against 3rd Alabama. 3rd Alabama is still facing the whole CSA team right now. NYV's put in some harassing fire, but it's really not restraining very much. You can see now the entire CSA team has massed up once again over on this left side. Got some harassing fire by the NYV, but they are a distance, and you know it's a couple pot shots. Meantime, looks like Williamson is going to try to recap. I think it's a good move to recap. I might have done it with one of these other units, though, to be honest with you. Williamson now has given up the high ground. And the CSA, if they react fast enough, might be able to take it from them.
По противнику.
Now Williamson is... CSA is coming out of their holes, and they're going to try to punch Williamson for coming down here.
Молодцы, парни, правда, молодцы, заряжаемся. Заряжаемся.
Does he have support?
Один в атаку, ждем команды, ждем команды.
Some support coming from 6 and 88th. Here comes a charge, though, by Fritz. He's going to try to knock off. I don't think it'll be in time. You have another charge here coming from GC. That might be enough, although it was a little bit off-timed. So Williamson is wiped out with that charge. But they did recap. And now they are pretty vulnerable here to the 88th and 6. If they could put in some volleys into them. Or potentially even countercharging. There is one element overwatching. But these guys are pretty disorganized here in the center. Are they trying to recap?
About face, break loads. Hold reform on my left. Hold reform on my left. And fire at will on the road. We are capturing the points.
Ah, you heard Mr. Fritz. They're going to recapture. See if the Union decides they want to let them do it, or if they're going to try to test it.
I also have.
Right now, the CSA is holding pretty strong. Though that already's make itself felt. 88th is getting disrupted there. Here's 6 trying to hold on, although they are tangling mostly with that unit on top of the hill. So I'll be honest with you, I'll be honest, I'm not sure about this target selection. She would not have wanted the CSA to recap. Here comes the 56 with a volley. A couple guns were loaded, though. And now the CSA has wisely decided to push off point there and get into some cover. Here you got Fritz using these rocks. Meantime, Jack Stone, 20 seconds to try to maneuver onto the flank of 6 New York. Although he did cross in front of the guns of the 56 to do so. Might just be trying to get over. And 6 New York is pulling back.
Und auch direkt vor uns auf dem Feld.
Rubberbanding ohne Ende.
Alright, so Williamson is moving back onto the point. I think that's a good plan. I wouldn't... no reason not to retake those tickets. 88th has been trying to hold on, but they have attracted the attention of the CSA already. Has been hitting them pretty substantially throughout this game here. Here's Danny trying to knock back Williamson. Although both are pretty much in the open right now.
Liegt das Feuer ungefähr in richtiger Höhe?
Ja, liegt richtig.
Looks like that already shot was a little bit off.
Aim, same target.
So the problem for Williamson right now is he's getting targeted by 2 units. You got GC, who is trying to deal with the 88th, although they're a little bit vulnerable right now. They're getting hit from the 6 New York. They're going to have to fall back. but it was enough for Williamson to get the job done and recap. Both teams now engaged, 30 minutes remaining.
Hier Case runter.
Okay.
Die stehen da noch. Okay. Die haben gerade die Antwort für mich gegeben. Ich wollte gerade wissen, ob die noch verstehen.
Noch klein nach links, oder?
Ah, ne.
And looks like the CSA is moving to cap once more.
Right.
Got one man there, but was a little bit high. So now you see CSA is moving to cap, although 88th and 3rd Alabama have them bracketed pretty well.
Fiber company, east, southeast, moved in bush.
In the middle of the field.
Can't quite see.
Honestly, just fire straight through. You'll see it.
They're firing back. Shit. Come to this side of the fence, gents. Come to this side of the fence if you're on the other side.
Back up over. Get in a good position, boys.
Yeah, get good shots. Come to the left if you need.
Yeah, I know.
We could press this still and then
And here we go once more. One more cap, this time only 11. Let's see what they decide to do. 3rd Alabama being pretty aggressive here. Where is GC? Is 8th. Is 56. GC is all the way over here. Alright, they're a little bit out of position. I'm not quite sure why they are over there. Maybe they're worried about 6 New York, but and that gives the Union a bit of an opportunity here.
Links von mir.
Possibly wipe out his forces here. You see 3rd Alabama hitting Fritz as he's on his way out.
got the flag, bud.
Big Daddy Cat's got it.
I'm body blocking for you.
So 6 New York has now dragged off the GC,
Yeah, no, we're just gonna hold here for now. Yeah, we're gonna hold here for now.
which now gives an opportunity. If they can keep GC busy, they don't necessarily have to beat them. I mean, they can beat them, great. But now to keep the point kind of sandwiched between 3rd Alabama and 88th. And that will make CSA potentially a little bit more vulnerable there.
Okay, yeah, I see that unit. Okay.
But 6 has got to be able to deal with, if they get wiped though by GC, is a bit of a problem, because then that opens up the flank. It's all going to be how well can 6 New York hold this flank.
Okay. Alright, and at the ready, at the ready. Firing by company. Okay, actually, hold that. Going back down.
So you see GC using the hill for cover, not reloading in the open. 88 still overwatching the points, although now we've had Williamson move up. Try to get on the CSA flank over here. Putting in some shots, although I think the concealment kind of saved 56 there. Well, 56 right now is oriented against the 88th. And so is Fritz. Williamson has a hell of an opportunity here if he attacks through. he might be able to roll up this entire flank here. I think that's what he's going to do. Let's see. It's going to be up to 56 to see it in time. I'll say we'll get rolled up, and then Fritz will be isolated, although Fritz is moving up. He might have came up just in time. That was fortunate that Fritz was just in the process of maneuvering up. Maybe 10 seconds earlier, and this could have been really devastating. But Fritz moved up just in time and kind of saw as they were attacking. And Fritz here is isolated. Again, the Union's not in a position to mutually support. But even with all that, even Fritz fighting 2 units, and that was with Fritzina, even with Williamson fighting 2 units, you can see they almost won that fight. The Union is not in a position to support. 88s can do some overwatch, but looks like that already shot landed short. 6 is still holding down GC, so.
Alright, everyone, be ready.
And right now, who's stopping you from recapping point? You know, let Williamson do it again?
Gut, wir machen es mal noch in 20-second Virginia way. Recover arms.
Again, good job here by GC using the terrain, getting down, getting covered, not exposing themselves until they're ready to fire, getting back down.
Yep, you got it.
And you see the NYV is doing the same thing, so good job on them.
Yep, I see him.
Although right now, they're kind of zeroing themselves. I'm not sure who that favors, actually, to be honest, at this point. They kind of neutralize each other as far as side, leaving the fight up to 88th and 3rd Alabama, and 56 and 3rd, and 56 and 8th. Right now, you see how disrupted these elements have been. Fritz is starting to get his men back together. But throughout this whole time, nobody's recapped point. Williamson is still trying to get his men back together and spawn. 88th kind of kept an overwatch. Maybe they were worried about supporting 6, but I think 6 had it. In fact, he's going to pull back to support 6 more. He decided to pull his men back, kind of get in an L shape. Maybe he's looking for a better angle, some long-distance shooting. But that leaves only Williamson in a position to recap the point. It is 5:30 left. That is a bit of time, but it is not an infinite amount. Right now, Williamson's going to do some long-distance shooting. Although the Artie can hit that position with a decent amount of ease. In fact, I should have stayed there. I could have seen it. It definitely had effects there. You can see half the guys are getting down. Yeah, that was a hell of a shot. I'm sorry I didn't hang around to see it. Good job on that Artie crew. You can see they have completely disrupted Williamson. Now he's going to have to bring his men back, get reorganized. And while that's going on, the clock is ticking and the CSA is advancing. You got Fritz moving up now, getting that strong position on that CSA left side. And you got 56 here kind of overwatching the point. He can kind of keep 88 bottled up. And if GC keeps 6 New York bottled up, I don't know, man. I think this is CSA's game to lose at this point. Well-timed Artie shot, though. Disrupted the 3rd Alabama, so that was pretty key right there. Now they're going to try to put their... Looks like they're going to try to knock out 88th, or at least disrupt them. And do we have a charge here? Oh no, GC is going to maneuver back to the point, although they're going to give their back to the 6 New York, crossing open terrain. He's going to lose a lot of men doing this. Not quite sure what the intent was. He might have been worried about somebody capping the point. Looks like 88th is now moving up. Is James Wellesley going to move up to cap the point? I think he is. Maybe that's what James Joker was worried about. Right now, the CSA has an opportunity to intercept him, but they got to move on him. They just let him get up here. That was a good volley, but you know, you're at a distance, so now James has an opportunity to recap. A little bit too far out. See, Fritz is a little bit too far. 56 ain't started moving yet. James Joker is not moving up either. He's kind of guarding the flank here.
Independent fire gents to the left, on the left.
And here comes Williamson.
Pushing up now.
But here comes 3rd Alabama being... I'm not 3rd Alabama. I'm sorry. Here comes 8th Florida, Danny Fritz being aggressive. What I'd like to see. He's going to try to wipe out 88th. Now here comes 56 coming in to support. And coming in to intercept 6 New York moving in against JC. It's a good move here by 6 New York, try to stop them. Now 3rd Alabama has an opportunity to get a nice volley in. It's going to be up to 56 to try to stop 3rd Alabama. But 6 New York has won that fight and has defeated GC. They have secured this flank. All right, so Pilot has made the call that he doesn't have enough men, but Jack Stone is not going to just let him.
Where's 8th Alabama? Where's 8th Alabama? Independent fire, independent fire.
3rd Alabama's right over here. They're in the fight. All right, right now the CSA is in a sandwich. Although the strong point is over here. So I think Pilot's right. He doesn't have enough power to charge right now. But 8th is pulling off. That is an interesting call. Gonna dilute the center position. All they gotta do is hold for a minute 30. And they have given their back to 3rd Alabama. And 3rd Alabama is gonna make it pay for it. Yeah, I don't know why those guys pulled off, I'll be honest with you. And 88 is now taking the opportunity to charge in. I don't know why we're charging in by ourselves here. And another volley coming in from 3rd Alabama. 88 charged in, but all they did really was lose some tickets. Now here comes 6 New York charging in. And 3rd Alabama should be charging in here to make sure they have it. Because here comes Captain Fritz. He's gotten his men reorganized, and here they come. Can they push off 3rd Alabama with what they have? They got to go in all together. And Fritz goes in together. It is now up to 3rd Alabama to hold the line. Can they do it? 88th is here with them. Can they hold the line? Oh, not all CSA went in. Oh, they won, though. Even with not all CSA going in, they still were able to push it off. So, good job on the CSA team there. Go together. Go together, guys. Good reaction there at the end, though. Everybody kind of consolidated and started maneuvering in. They didn't stay back, so that was good. But kind of was like a reverse of the earlier problem of not mutually supporting and then everybody kind of rushing in and not going in together. So that is another win for the CSA. So 2 wins on this server, too. Fun matches to watch. Had some junior leaders in there. Good to see them getting a little bit of taste of battle. They enjoyed leading. I hope you all enjoyed watching. This is Kotal signing off. See you all next time.